Fantastic. So, hi everybody. Thanks for joining us today, and also anyone that's going to catch up on the replay. This is the fifth and final session in our AI Advantage series. So, I'll link this series registration in the chat in a little bit if you want to catch up on any of the previous sessions that we've covered. But I'll also send it out in an email along with the replay. So, if you did miss out on any, it will all be there for you to catch up. Once again, I have Hugo joining us today, Globital's Chief AI Officer. He's been working with our development team to build our AI capabilities, and that has included a lot of work diving into AI agents and what that can bring to our agency partners and their clients. So welcome, Hugo.
Hi, how are you? Pleasure to be here again.
I'm very much looking forward to today's session. So now that we are wrapping up the AI Advantage series, I wanted to bring it back to more practical elements of how to make the most out of our AI implementation in our agencies. And one thing that I'm sure we're all hearing a lot about at the moment is AI agents. So Hugo, let's start and we'll get on the same page. What exactly is an AI agent, and how does it differ from things like Zapier or chatbots and other automations?
Yeah, well, hi everyone. Pleasure to be here. So answering your question, there's quite a few new technologies out there in the market right now, and I think people usually kind of get them all mixed together. So just to start on that basis, so a chatbot would be something that is very focused on conversational mode, just responses, very narrow scope in terms of intelligence. Okay, so it's something that is purely conversational. Obviously, it can be a good chatbot, it can be a bad chatbot. We've all had our experiences with it, and obviously. Generative intelligence is bringing new life to chatbots, but it's still a very narrowed kind of intelligence. Then you'd have generative AI tools like ChatGPT, for instance, or Gemini. This kind of Gen AI tools they're more like human-like content-based on prompts. So that's what their output is, and they always rely on. They always require user input. So this is one of the big differences. So both with chatbot and Gen AI tools, you always need to have a human on the other hand to finish off the interaction. With AI agents, on the other hand, so basically these are automations, and these are goal-oriented, task-oriented kind of automations. They are really good at managing very narrowed, focused tasks. It doesn't mean that they don't have more intelligence. They can be gifted with some intelligence, but they are focused on fulfilling tasks. And I would say that the biggest difference between an AI agent and a Gen AI tool or a chatbot tool will be the fact that they don't need constant human interaction or human oversight, so they can run autonomously. So that's a big part of what we'll be discussing here today. And just on that note, actually add a new layer of concept here, which would be agentic ecosystems or agentic solutions. This would be, a set of AI agents, individual AI agencies, each of them fulfilling their own task and contributing to a bigger ecosystem. So we do this mostly for two things, really. If we break down an ecosystem into small agents, basically we now it's better for engineering purposes, so it's more scalable. And on the other hand, you're able to gift each agent with more intelligence on what they're doing in specifics.
Yeah, really interesting exploring that with you the other day too, in the breakdown.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of talk about agents being able to speed up processes, create efficiencies in agencies' capabilities. So what are the key capabilities at the moment that you can run through AI agents, especially with relevance to digital agencies?
Right. So before answering that, let me just kind of unite both of your questions here, maybe. I think there's another kind of, and I'm seeing this, people often confusing AI agents with platforms like N8N, we can show later on today, or Zapier.com or Make.com, which these are self-serving platforms. They are used for low coding or vibe coding solutions. They are really useful for, I would say, probably marketeers or anyone out there in business that basically is looking for how to assemble their own solutions, or how to assemble, or trying to assemble this for small and medium enterprises. So I think many times when you talk about agents, people specifically refer to Zapier or Make or N8N. And I mean, an agent is something that you can assemble on top of N8N or Zapier.com. But the mechanism is the agent, not the platform itself. Okay, so I just wanted to make that a little bit clear. Now, in terms of, and answering your question, in terms of capabilities that we can gift agents with, especially in this sector, I would say we would have to have 3 or 4 big concepts here. The first one would be autonomy. They have to be autonomous. So agents, they can run reports, they can run tasks repeatedly, whether triggered by another event or just run that task at the same time every day. So that's one big part of AI agents. They are very good for repetitive tasks, to perform them autonomously. They then can have, or should have, 2 big components to it. So the first one would be to be fully custom. So agents can be always custom and tailored to your environment, whether you're using Google or Outlook, or whether you're used for an email service provider, or you're using Microsoft, or you're using Apple, or you're using MailChimp, or another email service provider. So whatever you're using, an agent can be tailored to serve that specific platform, as long as that platform has an open API, which I would assume are the vast majority of tools out there in the market right now. And then more advanced agents or versions of these same agents, they can be predictive, or they can be gifted with some sort of intelligence. So putting it in terms that everyone can relate to, if we're looking into, let's say, predictive analytics, which is something that is a field I definitely think agencies will be taking advantage of in the very short term. If we're looking into predictive analytics, we will have agents that can look into your campaigns and actually read in advance where the campaign is going to go, and adjust biddings, adjust creativities, adjust segmentation skills. So I think those will play a huge part with agencies, or in the latest advances in digital marketing and MarTech as a whole. So if we're looking into specific areas of action, I would say that personalized content or scalability of content are going to be playing a major factor. So I remember when we first started even covering this series, we started talking about, for instance, how after Gemini and OpenAI were launched, how we saw an explosion of content all over the internet, and how Google had to play a big part in understanding what was being just AI spam and what was being relevant content being put out there. I remember when we started discussing this, we immediately recognized that it was going to be even a bigger problem when there was, for instance, video or imagery involved. So in terms of personalized content creation, I really think that we will reach a level of video and imagery production that will be just on a scale for an agency. I mean, it will be on a scale that we couldn't afford before due to costs. And I'm talking about the vast majority of agencies here. Obviously have issues with video or imagery costs. So I think that scaling these solutions will definitely play a big part of in this business. And obviously predictive analytics and segmentation will also be huge factors here. And I see that many agents are coming up, just tying the knots here between creating new content and adjusting campaigns based on predictive behavior. So we are starting to see Meta developing their own new platform based on AI for content creation and bidding adjustments, for instance. I'm pretty sure that Google will, they already have automated an AI bidding. So we'll see them providing more and more insights on reporting insights based on AI as well. So I actually feel that tools are making that path forward, and that there are a lot of technologies coming in. So for anyone who's out there looking for technology, there's a lot of work to be done here. If you're just starting, there's a lot of work to be done here.
Yeah, the reporting piece is one that I'm quite interested in with AI.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
I feel like AI agents, in terms of reporting, they will be delivering a good combo between building data that we are, building combos of data that maybe we haven't really tried out before. And then what I'm really eager to see, and I'm starting to see a few platforms out there in the market already doing this with a high degree of expertise, which is AI just providing insights on your campaign. So that part, I think it's going to create this kind of a prescriptive marketing role, where AI will tell you where to go, and you'll just validate it as a human being on whether that is a good input or a good way forward for your campaign or not.
That'll make things a bit easier.
Yeah, obviously.
Now you've got a demo that you're willing to show us.
Yeah, I felt like it was so many times we're talking about agents, and we see a lot of people out on LinkedIn just willing to send you a Notion link, or willing to send you a JSON file so you can create your own AI agent. I thought that it would be useful for some people here today who might not ever seen N8N, for instance, working, or exactly analyzing how hands-on how this works on a day-to-day basis. So I wanted to show a really super quick, super easy, a very agency-oriented workflow, and then maybe even on the Q&A part, people can share what if they have any doubt or what they want to comment on. So I just wanted to share my screen here. So I created a small agent here that basically, this is a spreadsheet. I have the idea column, the status, title, captions, the URL, where this is a video generation agent, image URL for inspiration, and then the duration of the video, which would be 8 seconds in this particular case. So
just quickly, just want to confirm that everyone can see Hugo's screen. Just drop in the chat if you're able to. Perfect. Thank you. Continue.
Thank you. So for instance, I'm using two specific tools here. So on the first one is File AI, which is one of many. There are just many libraries, open libraries, and open APIs for video out there in the moment. Okay, so this is a model that I'm pulling from File AI. And then I use N8N for a simple execution. If anyone really wants this JSON, I can send it to you in the end of the session. Just maybe send me an email or send Leanne an email, and I can make sure.
Include some information afterwards so you can reach out.
Right.
Grab a copy of that.
So basically, what this does is, and let me break it down to you into pieces. So this is every automation has to have a trigger. In this case, we have a manual execution trigger. It means that this specific workflow will run every time someone manually executes it over here. So it will basically go into this spreadsheet, look into ideas and the status new. It will look for both of these fields, and it will see if there's a new idea on this spreadsheet. He will then submit that idea through to a prompt. Now, again, I'll send you the JSON with a prompt in it as well. And before moving forward, I just wanted to also break down this prompt a little bit. So I don't want to get too technical here, but I would say two things if you're looking into making a good prompt, specifically for video or imagery, which is something that a lot of people are struggling. You know, we see a lot of potential for video and imagery generation on X, on Reddit, this and that, and it always feels like when I'm the one doing it, it's just that it doesn't cut it. The technology isn't right there. So that is due to the fact that prompting plays a huge role in video and in image. Now, I would say that I like to break my prompts into sections, okay, just to actually establish an order on each of those sections, and this helps. And this is actually OpenAI, when they write their own prompts, they actually do this. You might have noticed that they actually do this the same way as well. So it's just a good practice for sending information to AI. And I would also say that not just breaking it into sections, but also providing really detailed examples of what you expect to see as an output. Okay, so this is something that most people try and just do this when they're trying to generate an image or a video, right? It's just like, I want a Loch Ness to attack and look menace, and I want to create a video or an image of this. So this simple prompt doesn't really cut it for generating a video, or doesn't really cut it for generating an image. So because the vast majority of people on a day-to-day basis within the office, they don't have the time to generate a prompt that is as big as this one, my advice is really invest in an agent that has the most detailed kind of prompt that you can come up with. I do a lot of examples on exactly what I look for. I'm also passing on, in this specific example, sorry about that. I'm also passing on in this specific example API things, so API endpoints for Google's VEO, which I want them to send to Google VEO. Just specifically, I want them to be able to see time of the day, the lens, and the POV. These are all aspects from Google VEO that I want this prompt to actually communicate to VEO and come up with. So the way it works on the workflow is I give an idea, and then based on this idea, OpenAI will create a script for me, and then we'll send it to Google's VEO, which is Google's tool for for video generation. Okay, so and then this will go into file AI. I will have to wait a little bit, and then it will bring us back a video based on our idea. So The only thing that we're missing to do here is actually come up with an image that could be served as a basis for the video. For instance, let's go with this one. So our idea would be Loch Ness attacks. I will give them an image URL, and then I will run our workflow here. Hopefully everything goes well. So it is now based on the idea creating a script for our video. He has sent the script to the tool, and we now have to wait a little bit just to see the final result. Now, while we wait, you can obviously transpose this to a more agency kind of environment, right? If we tailor, if we pick up this prompt where I tell them, okay, you are a cinematic filmmaker, you do you work specifically on mythical creatures like Loch Ness or the Bigfoot or this or that. If we remove all of this and we tailor it to a more agency-alike need, so if we tailor it to our business need, for instance, we could actually
assets as well.
Exactly, we could be producing our own assets and with a simple workflow. And you can see we're just done. I will show you the result in a second, but we can just see that based on once this is done, it costs us a minute to run a video for this idea. I don't know what it looks like. Sometimes you might have to redo it 2 or 3 times to have a good result. Let's see how good of a result this is. Let's see if we're any lucky on this. Yeah, this wasn't good. Let me try it again.
Sometimes always the risk, isn't it?
It's always a risk to do live demos. I will, but if you're into AI, you know this happens.
Essentially, you can tailor this, and instead of the prompts that you've got set there, you can have
exactly. So that's what I wanted to. That's what I want. What I wanted to. Why I wanted to show this. So while we wait. That's why I wanted to show this, because it really, I think this workflow is really simple. It's really easy to explain. And at the same time, it shows you how, if you have an agent working for you, how that can save you time on a day-to-day basis. So instead of just coming up with a script, instead of having to describe everything every time you want to produce a video, having this kind of tools on a day-to-day will make it a lot more scalable for your business to produce videos, to try and error, to send it to the client sends it back, wants more color or wants it black and white. We can change the prompt and then actually deliver something within the day or within the hour that could be useful for our clients. Let me try once more.
Just a question here asking if you can tell us a bit more about the nodes that you've got.
This one's better, right?
Oh, there you go.
Can you repeat the question? Sorry, this one looks better.
Can you tell us a bit more about the nodes that you've got in your N8N?
Of course. So basically, this is a node for that basically connects to the spreadsheet. That basically looks for the column status value new. So if we have this column status and we just change it to new, if we run it again, it will reprocess this information. Okay. And then you have a prompt agent here. So basically, it's an AI agent. We're working with OpenAI. We could be working with Perplexity. We could be working with, if you're working with N8N, there's actually a great node that it's called Grok. chat model. This allows you to choose between any large language model out there. So it's kind of an open source large language model node. So you can pretty much work with any model here, and we're just giving the instructions here. So the prompt has been made. In this case, I'm sending the short scenario description. Now, do bear in mind that even for this idea here, I actually have an example for this. So again, just showing examples on the prompt is really, really helpful. So make sure that this is the most comfortable solution for you. Like saying Bigfoot complains about being called blurry. So this is the kind of idea that I just want to be on a day-to-day basis, that this would be a template for whatever I want to add there. So having examples here and the expected output as well. I also do examples for the JSON format. So again, just being really, just making sure that you have a really tight prompt is, I would say, 90% of your work is done if you have a really strong prompt for, especially for this kind of workflows. And then I'm working with Fal AI, which is a model for videos. You have all sorts of, it's a library for video models. So you have all sorts of video models here that you can use, and that's pretty much it. So there's really no other secret to it, to be honest.
Just got another question there. Oz, do you want to unmute and ask your question? No? Oh, okay. You can. Does it connect to the LLM Manus as well? Is the question there.
Manus. I don't think I've ever heard of Manus before, to be honest with you. Let me have a look. Are you referring to Grok or N8N? I'm sorry.
Manus.im. Within N8N?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, N8N.
I don't think it does, but I mean, if Manus, I don't think that Manus has an embedded node. So an embedded node. So what usually happens in these cases is if you're working with a technology that doesn't have a node, you can always work with the HTTP requests. Okay, so obviously working with HTTP requests for a large language model where lots of information is exchanged will probably, I mean, give you a lot of work tailoring to that specific large language model, but it is doable. So if something has an open API and can be communicated with through HTTP requests, I would say that you can work with it. Absolutely.
It's a little bit more complicated, yeah. Cool. So thanks for showing us through what an agent looks like, or a simple agent looks like. So how do you decide as an agency if an AI agent is what you're looking for or what your client needs, and it fits the purpose?
Look, I think at the end of the day, it's really about what exactly do you need to achieve on a day-to-day basis. So we've just witnessed a video that wasn't delivered. I mean, it's still a good piece of technology, but it didn't quite do it right. So we'll see a lot of that. In the future, right? We're still at the height of the learning curves when it comes to these technologies. So we will see a lot of development within the next 2 to 3 years. I do think that AI brought agencies the power to create an internal ecosystem that makes it more scalable to create content, makes it more scalable to serve client needs at a lesser cost, an inferior cost. But at the end of the day, I also feel like majority of agencies out there are struggling to adopt this kind of technologies, mostly because they don't really have data points. They're not really collecting enough data points, or they don't have a structured data collection method. So I think that if you're looking to build an agent, if you're looking to build agents for your clients as well, you need to start looking at exactly what data do we have. And when I'm not just talking about campaigns, I'm talking about actually owning an ecosystem where you know exactly how much time people are spending on page, where your bounce rate is. If you have a blog post and this blog post was shared on social media, you need to cross that information, that analytics information, with social media behavior, and then you can actually, when you have that, like an ERP, absolutely. So when you have that ecosystem in place, then you can think about it and say, oh, now I want AI to be predictive on this. I want to train AI to do this. It doesn't mean that you don't have agents that can fetch information for you or bring it to you, and even bypass that information through ChatGPT for a more predictive nuance. I mean, the vast majority of agencies are doing it. Let's face it. People are just grabbing information coming in from Google Ads or Meta, and they're just pasting it on ChatGPT and try to see if their line of reasoning is validated by AI or not. Right? Vast majority of the market is already doing, and we should be doing it, because AI might point out something that we haven't really uncovered yet, right? But I do think that we will go a step further within next 6 months to a year, and during that time, especially with Meta bringing in their new platform next year, I do feel like it's going to move really fast, and agencies need to start getting their evaluating their technology readiness. So that's the first thing. What do I where are my data points here? So, and after that, just mapping those data points out and knowing what you want AI to do. So that's really what I would bring it down to. Just after having data and after understanding what your data points are, just make yourself the question, what do I want to know? And what do I have to do? And then what do I have to do to know that? So once you have those questions written, the next step will be, okay, let's see what kind of data do I have to extract it from, and from where, and then from there, what can AI do, or how can AI do this for me, and how can it do it faster? How can it do it better for me? So I think this would be how you get to decide if an agent is what an agency needs or not.
Yeah, absolutely. It's working out what you're actually looking for is the biggest challenge, I think, there. So where do you see AI or agencies getting the most value out of AI agents? What type of tasks?
I think insights will be data-driven insights, let's put it like that, will definitely be the where we as marketeers will have the winning hand, right? So the better our agents, the better our ecosystem understands the data from our clients coming in, the better it answers to that data with whether it's notifications for your team, whether it's adjusting a cost per click, bidding, whether it's replacing an image on a campaign. I mean, the ecosystem that you're going to assemble is going to be your orchestra for success. So we will, in many ways, it's not that different from the past, but we will be competing for technology, through technology. So the best agency will be the one, not that necessarily has the best technology, but the one who knows how to act with this technology the best way they can. So, and obviously, it's all about, when I'm talking about AI, earlier I talked about prescriptive marketing. I think that I don't believe in a blind AI marketing world. I really don't. I mean, just last week, OpenAI made their first TV commercial, and they didn't use AI for it. They used people to do it. So that for me speaks volumes about how much AI is ready to replace whoever that might be. You know, I don't think AI is at a point, nor do we want AI to be at a point where they can completely replace marketeers. I think that more and more we will move to being artificial intelligence conductors or maestros, and that AI will increasingly report back to us, and with that information, knowing what to do and how to act. So knowing what information you need is for me is going to be the most significant impact for that AI will have on agencies. So I think agencies are still adapting to this new technology or die kind of approach. And obviously anything that has to do with customization, making processes more autonomous, campaign management. I think it's going to be there's going to be a revolution in campaign management the next 12 months. I really do, and that's where I believe that agencies will be impacted the most.
Yes, a lot coming. And with that, we've been working behind the scenes to build our own AI agents service and to be able to support agencies as a white label function. Can you just tell us a bit about what that service entails and what we're working on there to be able to provide to agencies?
Mm-hmm. So basically, this service is born through through a vast majority of requests that started coming into Globital. So we started working with AI around 2 years ago and start putting out communication and products AI related. About 2 years ago, we made a huge path forward with lots of learnings, and we started incorporating those learnings into our everyday operations. And then, I mean, expertise was generated internally, and clients started coming in telling us that they wanted if we could provide them a service of assembling AI agents for a numerous set of tasks. And initially we didn't have a structured offer for clients, so we obviously couldn't accept those challenges. But we did talk internally, and we decided to move forward with a service that could basically support agencies with AI requests coming in from clients, right? So, I mean, we know that there are a lot of clients right now asking questions to their agencies. What exactly can we be doing in terms of AI for Facebook or for LinkedIn, or how can I present AI to my customers, or how can I use AI to enhance my operations? So whether it's just passing I mean, we've recently done a WhatsApp integration with a booking mechanism using AI behind it. This was a way for a customer to not having their telemarketing team so overwhelmed. So they started doing booking systems with WhatsApp using OpenAI as well. So that's the kind of agents that we're doing to support business on a day-to-day basis. That's basically it.
Awesome. So that is coming soon in the next few weeks. So we'll have more information when that's live and launched if anybody's looking for support there. Also, we'll share that.
Can I just...
Well. Yeah?
Can I just answer to Hein regarding make.com and N8N?
Oh, yep, sure.
Just really quick.
Yep.
Hi, Hein. Thank you for your question here. Regarding these are both platforms that we can use. Obviously, we're agnostic, so it depends on what the customer wants to use at the end of the day. I would say that between the two of them, I mean, Zapier and Make usually have invoicing that their business model is task related, while N8N is more storage related. It's a matter of, and for me, I believe that in terms of scalability, it ends up being less expensive or more scalable to use N8N for the vast majority of clients. But they're both really similar, and I personally prefer N8N's front end for AI agents, but it's really up to what the client wants at the end of the day. Okay.
Just another question there: can N8N be self-hosted?
Yeah, N8N can be self-hosted. Right.
Awesome. Anybody else have any questions while we've opened that up? Just drop them in the chat there. All right. So thank you so much, Hugo. It's a really interesting topic at the moment, and I'm enjoying learning more about it myself. I'm hoping everybody else has learnt a lot too. Now, I will share information on the agents service if you are looking for more info there, and keep you updated when that is live, so you can check it out. And also how to access that JSON file template so you can work through that and see what's working there, make your own from that. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Hugo.
Thank you, and thank you, everyone.
See you all soon. Bye.